I'm gonna do that every time I see you do that now, I hope you know. So obviously we're talking about Kill Bill today! I am the JJ.
Fattori Fazzo.
And he's Fattori Fazzo. That's a genius one. Nah!
Racism!
This is, it's, 2003, Kill Bill Volume 1. We are going to do these as separate videos, despite them being one movie. I just think we can get more covered that way, and it won't take 3 hours to do one review.
My name is Buck, and I'm here to fuck.
And we're starting off strong. The martial arts style opening, that I love that.
Clear callback.
I fucking love that. The instead of Warner Brothers, it's the Asian writing, and it almost looks like the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, it's like the Warner Brothers shield.
It's awesome. It's a cool little way to start the movie off. It gets you in the right frame of mind for this, because it's not going to be a normal movie. This is very much an homage to those type of movies and not just a regular movie.
And old spaghetti westerns.
Start off with the "Revenge is a dish best served cold" line, old Klingon proverb, which is an actual...
That right there, the revenge story is like another western part.
Oh no, completely agree with you. I mean, the whole soundtrack is a revenge western style soundtrack.
Yeah.
So for first lines in the movie, of all of Tarantino's movies, I think, Bill, it's your babe dead. I think that might be
No, she gets the full line.
No, I know, but I think that might be one of the most intense fucking first lines in any movie ever. Just, oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's how we're starting this.
We are off to a strong start.
Quick question. Who are these people? So we start off with so many strong things, and then we decided to go with original music done by the RZA. Now, a lot of it is really well done.
Man with the Iron Fist.
Oh, that completely
makes a lot of sense.
He picked up a lot of stuff from Tarantino, obviously. The weird thing is, like, a lot of this stuff works. There's some weird choices. I don't know if it's necessarily... Because it's his job to make the score, it's not his job to place it. And Tarantino is notorious for weirdly... Yeah, that's true. For weirdly placing his music, but...
RZA did a great job, but why RZA?
No, yeah, RZA did do a great job, except for the track that goes...
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what the intent was to show the seriousness or not, but it's fucking hilarious every time.
I mean, that's the thing. It's supposed to be tense. We're actually supposed to be there right now anyway, so that works. It's supposed to be tense, but it isn't. It's not. It's supposed to be tense. It's just a funny... If it was supposed to be what we think it's supposed to be and not supposed to be tongue-in-cheek, that failed. If it is supposed to be tongue-in-cheek and fun and
Then succeeded.
Then I completely love that.
I don't think it was supposed to be that.
Right.
These movies are not Tarantino's best. They're not death-proof, but...
They're still,
not as bad.
Still enjoyable movies, but... Yeah.
People like to overrate the Kill Bill movies, but it's just like... They're great, but they're not his best.
I will say they are his most accessible, and I think that shows to the people that...
Most accessible, even my sister didn't like them when she was younger. And, like, I liked them, but I had weird tastes.
So yeah, we have her, the first real scene we get of her revenge is, after being rehabbed, is her, which we don't get to yet, but... Yeah. But we see her pulling up to a suburbia, a nice little...
After Wiggle Your Big Toe.
That doesn't happen yet. They have this really well done choreographed fight, and it's just... I don't know, I think it's not one of the longer or better ones, but it just shows that even Tarantino's probably his worst fight is better than most people's choreographed action.
No shit.
I love the knife pan fight. I love the whole ending, which I'll get onto right now, actually. Blanking out Beatrix Kiddo when the kid walks in. That's something we need to mention. I know we're hopping around, but it's still in the same scene.
Blanking out, she's like...
No, like when she says it and it's... Boop! Why are we censoring her name?
Oh, the censoring.
Yeah,
it's like, we already see her fucking name on the fucking ticket and shit.
We didn't see that yet chronologically, but it's like, why are we... What's originally, at this point in time in the movie, why are we doing this? Is it supposed to be revealed what her name is later? Why is that a reveal? That doesn't seem like
not
a big
a
reveal. Oh no, it's supposed to be a reveal.
But it's
But it
like
isn't.
it's like we already know it, so it's not a reveal.
But
And it's like, why is a name a reveal? We've been following this character the whole time. We need a
well, I think the intended concept is because you hear Bill constantly saying kiddo, 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 and you're
Yeah,
supposed
it's a word joke.
You're supposed
I
to
know.
no, right? You're supposed to assume literally kiddo, and I think that's literally the intent there. I think it's interesting how Beatrix pushes Copperhead to actually shoot her rather than when I first watched it looking like she was the bad guy and just shooting her out of pretty much nowhere. Though it is pretty obvious, you just don't quite put it together.
It's obviously this is all about revenge, but
But the thing is, like, she
right.
would have let her go. Like, if she could let bygones be bygones, arguably Vivica Fox would have let it go.
yeah, but nope.
Because she has a kid now. But no, I had a kid. That didn't matter.
That's just it. That's what I was gonna say.
Now, you remember how she shoots her, right? The cereal box? Well,
Oh, yeah.
or rather tries to shoot her, and
was her-
fails at point-blank range. Copperhead stick to knives. You're a fucking failure. But no, the fun thing about that is the cereal box itself
I don't know, was it really gonna matter?
is called Kaboom.
Boom.
Kaboom cereal. Just a nice little ironic name. See, the scene where the girl walks in, though, that is one of the best in this movie. It's a powerful scene with a powerful speech. The crunching of the cereal in the glass under her feet. The blood everywhere. The speech itself,
yeah.
which is just fucking hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah.
Your mom was a bad person. You probably won't believe me.
Probably won't believe me. So if you still don't, by the time you grow up or some shit, find me. And it's
Come
just
find
like,
me. I'll be waiting.
Just like kill Military, everybody.
Yeah. There's that, and then there was another thing that I'm going to tell you later that might actually be happening. That Tarantino wants to get off the ground.
What?
Getting there in the trivia. Okay, there's the one shot of the dashboard where the cop. We cut back in time to when Beatrix originally gets murked in the fucking face, and basically you see the cop pulling up, and the dashboard is shot, and it's all the exact same glasses, but with different colored tints on them.
Oh yeah, nice little choice.
It's a really nice choice, and it also shows that the cop is very detail-oriented despite him not being a major character. It's just a nice little character quirk / little thing to get to know somebody
I
that
know
doesn't
weird
matter.
they just sat there perfectly still though. They're like had to be glued.
They're
to the
glued.
car.
Yeah, they're glued to the car. He doesn't use them. They're just for show, because he's a fucking weirdo.
People gluing glasses to their car.
Yeah, you know.
No problems.
That great thing that was happening in
Call-
2003?
Yeah, I'm calling all of you out.
That fad?
Wait, that was a fad?
No!
Okay.
I like the nickname she's given, not her real name, but the fake name she's given is Arlene Machiavelli. Which Machiavelli is the prince, and I believe the prince's main moral is if the ends justify the means, it's all worth it. And that's...
Oh my god, that hints at why she was out there.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
The ends justified. She was trying to fucking, have a peaceful life.
Get
with
away
her
and have a
own
peaceful
child.
life with the guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not even necessarily the guy with her kid, yeah. Touche on that.
Yeah.
And we see her in the hospital, and we see the most interesting... First of all, I got two things.
Most masochistic.
I love Bill's lines. He delivers them like a fucking champion. We miss David Carradine.
Fucking weirdo. Rest in peace.
Elle, while she looks the most interesting and honestly has the most unique and fun design...
And wasn't Playboy.
Well, so was Uma Thurman. She
That's so weird.
should not be allowed in a hospital. How did you get into a hospital and change your
Right?
clothing
Wait, look at her!
looking like that?
She was dressed like a slutty nurse!
This is like bullshit.
They didn't look like that in a fucking
She
hospital.
got those clothes in the hospital. That's the worst part. You watch her put them on. and
Tribute
most
film.
Sex
Tribute
appealing.
film.
There's more fetishisms.
Tribute film.
But
With her goddamn eye patch with a heart on it. How'd you get that one in the hospital?
what?
The eye patch with the heart on it.
She brought that one from home. You know,
She had that custom
she
made.
got it from the special eye patch vending machine.
She had that custom made for
this job.
specific scenario.
For this job. I like this woman.
Dedicated, but she's
What
a
I
maniac.
don't like about this woman is the brat attack she has when Bill tells her
Hypocritical
it's
bullshit.
not worth it. Well, yeah, well, that comes back full circle later, and it's weird.
Oh, bullshit. She doesn't know you shit.
She doesn't. But
Oh no, you don't owe her shit. That was the line. I'm retarded.
She doesn't. But when Beatrix wakes up and you see the turmoil, I think Uma Thurman, this might be one of her best pieces of acting. Not saying the entire performance.
She's woken up from like a fucking medically induced coma.
And she genuinely seems like she woke up from a medically induced coma, and the last thing she remembers is being shot in the face.
Yeah.
It is acted fucking superbly.
It's like she disappears from the camera after this.
It's a shame, because she's a phenomenal actress when she tries to be.
Well, she was too busy getting stupid-ass nose jobs and shit because she was uncomfortable and not confident with her appearance.
I'm gonna bring this up
Which
in
is
review.
really fucking sad.
Buck likes to fuck. That
No, it's Buck, and I'm here to fuck.
No, I know. I call him Buck Likes to Fuck. That's his full name for me. I
creepy and
beyond.
And just not really funny.
Beyond.
I was just like, I don't know if this was supposed to be funny or creepy or what.
I think it's supposed to reference something that potentially, I don't know either way,
the only thing
potentially creepily happens in real life.
The only thing funny about this guy is the pussy wagon. That's the only thing funny about this guy.
Nothing funny about owning the pussy wagon and driving it to promote Kill Bill 2. Quentin!
The pussy wagon makes it funny because it's like, A, who the fuck is going to drive that? Unless that someone who's driving that, it's very clear what their intentions and what their ideals are towards people, especially women. Second of all, how the fuck is the person owning that vehicle able to work at a fucking hospital?
Well, it must be Pulp Fiction because Mia Wallace is about to go karma on their asses.
But, like, either way, my point is, if I was running a hospital like that, I walk into the garage one day and I just see Pussy Wagon, this bright pink and yellow fucking pickup truck.
We talked about this.
With red fucking seats. Motherfucker, that man, I'm going to seek out that man, or woman, possibly, and fire them. That is unacceptable.
Or at least check if we have any pimps in our ward.
Not just by my hospital standards, but by societal standards. That's just, you don't drive something like that around the fucking area. Okay, that's like asking for a cop to pull you over, man. It's just, who the fuck are you?
No. Yo, creep off. Creep off. This guy or the gimp owner? No. Who wins? This guy or the gimp guy? This guy wins, right? I completely agree.
Because, at least you're conscious when they're fucking you in the fucking store in Pulp Fiction. You can at least struggle against them. There's something there.
Yeah, and I just have to put this personally, saying wiggle your big toe instead of...
Well, before we move on to that, she's sort of bashing his head.
Oh yeah, she kills him. Yeah, I mean, he gets he gets killed. He gets his dessert, and the other guy gets
no. But it's like where's Bill? Where's Bill? And it's like, I don't know who Bill is. And
then she remembers Buck likes to fuck, the tattoo and stuff.
You're Buck, and you're here to fuck, right? What? Boom! Justice.
Now we can move on to my bigger problem, is the whole wiggle your big toe thing. It's
wiggle your big toe. First off, don't fucking talk to yourself. Narrate that entire thing.
Yeah, self-internal.
Make that an inner monologue. Don't make that a fucking thing you audibly say to yourself.
Yeah, that honestly could have made that a little better.
Fucking professional assassin. You don't do shit like this.
And then also, I have to point out that the way they handle that, though it's not a major... Oh no, it is arguably a major point in the movie, because it allows her to start going again to get her revenge. She shouldn't really be going that quick. It arguably moves at a movie's pace, the way she's able to rehab back up and start going again.
Again, in an actual scenario, she's caught by the fucking police and everything already.
No, yeah.
She doesn't even get out of the fucking garage.
Over 13 hours in the garage.
She doesn't even get out of the fucking garage.
And the guy who owns the pussy wagon is dead. We clearly know this is the douchebag that owns the pussy wagon. We move on to the Oren Ishii chapter, and we get a really beautiful backstory about her. The animation itself is pretty gross. It's a little harsh, so to speak. If you've ever seen like old style animation from France, it's almost like that, but it's obviously done in the anime format, and it's just
Studio IG.
It's done
Production IG.
It's done artistically and well, but as I've said, the art is harsh and not done well. If you get what I'm saying by that.
The stylistic choice wasn't very good.
Right. but I do like
That's
I like the
personal.
stylistic choice of using an anime to tell her backstory.
No, yeah, that's
a good idea.
But just the art they went for was just dirty, but art's subjective. So
No, right, absolutely.
no, I'm not gonna sit there and criticize the art itself. It's too rough for my tastes.
I think in a movie it's just a little weird to have that instead of an actual like cleaner animation.
Yeah, but it also fits to the grittiness of the movie.
It also fits to the how quick everything was happening and how hazy it would be, and it works, but at the same time, maybe it just doesn't work for me. That might be what it is.
Like I said, I just don't like the visual style. But like again, that's subjective. The direction itself you cannot like, but I cannot criticize it for that.
No
I can
offense.
criticize it for being bad, but it wasn't really bad.
Right. No offense to Lucy Liu, but young Oren sounded much better in Japanese than Lucy Liu.
And it's obvious they got like a Japanese cast for that.
The continuity for the knife in Hattori Hanzo's place when she goes there in Okinawa, which, by the way to show us her name on the ticket, assholes. You ruined the reveal.
Quentin.
I love you, Quentin. I didn't mean to call you an asshole. Please,
Quentin.
please don't leave me. He basically is using the knife,
Quentin.
throws the knife to a magnetic strip, which a lot of chefs have.
Oh yeah,
And
the
it
next
lands
shot-
straight, and the next shot it's crooked.
Yeah, no continuity there.
Every movie has continuity problems, and I mean it. Every movie is going to have at least 3 to 5 continuity
Let's
problems.
Fucking pay attention.
Now, that being said, I mean, there's a whole job dedicated and it still falls through the cracks. It's a pretty hard thing when you're doing it from day to day and you have to worry about like 1,000 other things. But point being, you really...
Write it all down, how everything was.
No, you should pay more attention. I'm not denying that. That's
pictures.
true. I'm just saying I understand sometimes why it happens. But now here's the problem. When it's on something that's majorly focused in the scene and we just saw him throw it, we just saw this happen, next scene, literally a split second later, it's crooked.
It's just completely fucking correct.
That's a problem. Now, we move to Oren and the table of bosses, and there's a lot of heavy cuts, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of back and forth chaos, there's the fan moving of that one guy, there's a lot of motion, and then the second that Oren, Lucy Liu's character, yells, "Enough!" or "Stop," or something to that degree, the entire scene stops moving. There's no more cuts, there's nothing.
That's really good.
It's just even the film listens
the
to her.
strength of the character.
Right. It brings everything back
Conveyed
into
very well.
Yeah, I love her character. There's I think she is the highlight of this movie, in my opinion.
Some people would say her little rant in English wasn't good, but it was really good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Now, if any of you, I can't remember the word, has something to
If
say.
any of you have something to say, now's the fucking time! Oh yeah, and the Crazy 88's House of Blue Leaves. That's what it was called, the House of Blue Leaves. How did that just come to me now? The House of Blue Leaves, she's there, and Go-Go comes out, and there's this scene where she should be caught, and, and she's just instantly, a Beatrix, so to speak, is just instantly in the rafters.
in the rafters.
What the fuck?
Some silliness we can allow.
That being
like
said,
that.
when you first watch this movie, you're like, I don't get why that works. Arguably, that's due to pacing, because after you see Pame, you can kind of, Paime, you understand a little bit more.
Well, like, there's some things on Paime we can't, like...
Oh, whoa, we'll get there in Volume 2.
Some silly things in a movie like this you can do and get away with.
Yeah.
Her being in the ceiling is one of them.
Her landing as well is a little weird, because the
silent landing
I'll give-
at the speed she came down.
I'll give
doesn't
the
make
shadow
sense.
fair share. I'll say, okay, that could work, benefit of the
possible
doubt.
Shadow. But the
Of her hitting the ground.
You don't hear it though because they cut before she hits the floor.
But
because
Go-Go
there's the
needs to hear that
momentum.
she's right on the other side of rice paper.
Yeah. They need to
Bullshit.
fucking hear. They knew she was there from
She gets
nothing.
the feeling, yeah.
From nothing.
Yeah, where's your fucking 4 senses now? Since we're in the House of Blue Leaves, I have to mention, fuck you, Vonage! Fuck you! I gotta get onto it. The... It has no continuity. There are times where the screen turns red, there are times where the screen turns
You don't
red
see
late.
it coming.
There
You
are-
don't see it
There
coming.
are times where
every
the
other
music
time it
starts,
comes.
there are times when the music starts late.
She's staring at like Sophia or whatever.
If that was supposed to be
And it's just like,
Sophia-
yeah, and it's just like, you don't see that coming. And it just...
We've already discussed this. It's comedic. But now it's just now I have a problem with the fact that it's not continual.
There's no red there or anything.
It's just randomly we'll have
Not until it happens again during Oren.
right. There's random times where they do it. There's random times where they do it late, and it just doesn't quite have a continuity to it.
I didn't like the stagnant shot that was there for a moment.
What?
When it's showing them staring at each other and just spinning the ball.
Oh,
the camera's just not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, no, that's for tension.
That.
That's for tension, but it doesn't work well when there's the movement of the other ball. You need the stagnant. In my opinion, you need. Oh, not even in my opinion. It's based on what I've seen.
A better angle.
You need stillness when you're trying to build tension like that. For example, the best example I can give is in Volume 2 when it's her versus Elle and the two of them and that music's playing and it's literally just the two of them there and they're the spiked ball hitting Go-Go in the head. She's dead.
Yeah, you didn't even notice that until I pointed it out. It bounces off the wood. This steel ball, which is going through shit, bounced off a wooden column into the back of her head.
With enough momentum.
With enough momentum to fucking flip her a full 360.
And you hear, I'm not kidding, bowling pins being struck because it's that big of a blow.
It's that big. She's dead.
That's not a joke.
She's dead.
That's in the movie.
And that doesn't kill her. No, a fucking little thing of fucking nails and wood kills her. Shit that's not even that deep. Going
skull
piercing through her skull just barely kills her. Not the ball hitting her in the back of the fucking head.
I just realized this skull might have broken from the ball, and then that was the penetration point.
You could feasibly make that argument, but if that's the case,
you need to show that better.
She's more than just concussed right now.
Oh no shit.
She should not be able to fight what's so fucking.
No, right.
There's fragments in her brain, then the fucking nails kill her, and her eyes start bleeding, and it's like.
It's a nice idea for a shot. It doesn't translate.
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't quite translate in this scenario.
It was instant too. It's like, okay, if your brain is bleeding, it would take a little bit more time for your eyes to start piercing out.
You also have an amazing moment where in this big crazy 88, and no, there's not 88 of them.
Just thought it sounded cool.
I love that. But there's not 88, but there's close to it, and you just see in the chaos of this giant war, I should say slaughter. There's this one guy who has like this tomahawk thrown at him or axe, and it just hits his head, and he just goes, "I shit you not," and just momentum takes him carrying off.
It's just like in the chair you're in. It's like he's skiing straight back. There was no momentum from that axe whatsoever.
Almost how you would do like a 30s style movie.
It's like if someone pushed you in space. You're just gonna go in a straight line.
That being said, Beatrix versus the Crazy 88s, all the way from when she walks in to when she's just about to go outside to the boss room with Oren.
The boss room.
Phenomenal choreography. It's beautiful. There's some weird wire work every now and then, but you're bound to have that, and especially in a kung fu style movie. They literally knew what they were doing. Tarantino must have spent most of the script writing this fight because everything was really well done. For a bunch of people diverse ones.
She was using a lot of Chinese shit.
The one complaint you can give is the one complaint you can give all movie choreography, and it's if you have a group of people versus one, why don't they all just rush at once? But it's a movie, you have to get over that.
Yeah.
When the owner of the House of Blue Leaves turns the power off and it's the bluish, blackish background, I was gonna say red because there's a lot of red on her fucking outfit, but the yellow and red outfit really pop. It's a really nice stylistic visual choice, and I think Tarantino does stylistic better than anyone. Him and Edgar Wright.
When she was fighting the 88, I really loved how she just cut the sword down. Like, that doesn't actually happen.
This is what you get for fucking with Yakuzas!
This is what you get for fucking with the Kuzas! Go home to mommy! Or some shit. I was like, okay, that was funny. What?
We do have to mention Mr. What before we move on to that. Mr. What's amazing.
What in the butt?
Really? When she opens the sliding doors and you see that beautiful scene of the moon and the fucking snow and the Japanese style garden, it's just fucking
with the
beautiful.
Water thing. What's that called?
I actually don't know. I have no idea.
I used to know the name.
Water feeder? I don't know.
I used to know.
I have no idea. But beautiful. Beautiful uses that perfectly for
fake
tension.
Snow. Fake snow
because
that she's fighting in socks.
The music for this fight is the best choice in the movie. I I think from beginning to end, this scene of her fighting Oren.
What was Oren's line to her before she died?
Oh, we'll get to that in the trip. We'll get to that in the.
I mocked you or some shit.
Oh, I apologize. No, that was afterwards, right before she. Yeah. I apologize for mocking you and stuff like that. Apology accepted.
Accepted, and then they have their final little duel.
Oh my god.
I don't like.
I would list this as some of the best samurai style fights, let alone a samurai style fight done by a foreigner.
Scalping.
The scalping was actually, I read this recently, the scalping wasn't intended. It was, she was going to be, her head was going to be decapitated. Like it should have been.
That would have been better.
But,
that would have been a lot better.
But I actually disagree because of the main point why he didn't. The reason why he didn't is she wouldn't have been able to acknowledge that it actually was a Hattori Hanzo. She has to acknowledge that it is the Hattori Hanzo.
But they could have gone with the stylistic, typical Japanese thing where it's she gets cut, and then acknowledges it, and then her head falls off.
Right, but then if she acknowledged it, there'd be no reason to persist the fight. Because that's the end of the fight for her. She's fighting to prove it's not a Hattori Hanzo.
But that's just that she would have acknowledged it right there at the last second, and then died. It's kind of what happened anyway.
That one I feel might just be different strokes for different folks.
But it's I also didn't like the scalping for
I don't like that.
It just didn't look good.
No, I agree with that.
Because it's okay, you just got scalped, why is all your hair still there?
And the way that it flies off like someone just tossed a wig.
Yeah, it's clearly you're wearing a cap and shit.
Specifically want to bring up the use of stage when you have a sound stage or a set, much like a wrestling ring. Oddly enough, I feel like the best use of that is to get all of the stage cover the ground of pretty much all you have, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm wording this really weird, I feel like, but they use everything in that garden. There's this little fence area that seems to be there for no reason. They use the entire area. It works really well. They move throughout this beautiful sound stage, as I've said 15 times. It must be getting repetitive. It's just genuinely perfect movement for this shot. The wind, it's almost Kurosawa-like. He's using movement to the utmost degree, and that's one of the things I really appreciate in a director. Sophie in the trunk. We got another trunk view.
Yeah.
Tarantino in his trunk view.
Tarantinoism.
And touche on that cliffhanger. The whole reveal of the kid at the end, that's a really good way to hook people for the next one. Start again.
And that's the shot of when it's it's how Sophie is seeing Uma Thurman from the trunk, and it's just that looks so good.
Yeah, Tarantino has a knack for trunk view that just he knows
and
the right
attitude
times.
in her voice is just, oh my god, that's intimidating.
Oh yeah, completely. Uma Thurman scares the shit out of me multiple times in this movie.
For Celty.
Fuck is live action Durr, and you don't believe me? Look up the yellow jumpsuit picture for Uma Thurman. Add cat ears, change the color to black.
Boom. Celty.
Fuck is said 17 times, which is an all-time record low for a Tarantino movie.
Yeah. That shocked me. I guess 200.
Uma Thurman was offered the role as a 30th birthday present.
What was her 30th birthday present?
Tarantino, I said this before, owns...
She's over 40 now. It's really weird.
Yeah. Tarantino, as I said before, owns the Pussy Wagon and drove it every day to promote Volume 2. Black and white, if you were wondering why that was chosen for the movie, which I thought it was for a different reason, stylization, stuff like that. It's actually done as an homage because back in the day when kung fu movies and westerns had a lot of blood in them, or specifically kung fu, I would assume, they used to cut to black and white to avoid blood so that they can lower the censorship and get the movies on television, and he did that as an homage to those. Speaking of blood, 450 gallons of fake blood were used in these two movies. 450 fucking gallons. Jack Nicholson, Kurt Russell, Mickey Rourke, Burt Reynolds, all were gonna play Bill.
Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke.
That would have worked.
I feel like all of these would have worked.
Wait, what were they?
Jack Nicholson worked. Kurt Russell would have worked. Mickey Rourke would have worked, and then the best one would have been Burt Reynolds.
Jack Nicholson would have been.
Burt Reynolds would have been Reynolds would have been perfect.
Jack Nicholson has played the role where he's dating younger women too many times.
Not
in love with younger women too many times.
It's true. But it still could have worked. Burt Reynolds is the perfect one.
Did you say Kurt Russell too?
Yes, Kurt Russell was on there too. Hey, this would have been a perfect first movie instead of Death Proof. It's a theory that this is actually just the failed pilot that we are seeing from Pulp Fiction. None of this is actually true or happening. This is just the failed pilot. The finale itself took 8 weeks to film. Miniature Tokyo sets were left over from Godzilla, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. Yep.
Zilla.
2 Wilhelm screams are used in House of Blue Leaf's battle. David Carradine is strictly heard and not fully seen in this entire first volume. Not even once. Oren's dad is shown to briefly be a sergeant major in the army, just a little thing you might have missed.
And I guess he was like a fucking marine or something, but like I don't know how the military works.
Makes sense. They were stationed.
I just know that military is constantly stationed in Japan, so I figured that's why she was part American, is because of her fucking dad. So I called that.
Red Apple cigarettes appear, which are a notorious Tarantino brand. The body count in this movie is 95, and he wrote new scenes as he filmed. I've never heard of a Tarantino movie doing that. I've never heard of a director.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, Thurman and Fox were both in Batman and Robin, though they had no scenes together.
She was in Batman and Robin?
I don't remember Vivica Fox, but yeah, that's.
What, was she one of Freeze's bitches or something?
Freeze's got bitches.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, ooh. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
Fuck you is actually seen written on the bottom of Uma Thurman's shoe in the House of Blue Leaves fight when they go from the undershot and see her shoes. And Oren in Japanese says to her right before their battle in the Tokyo Dome, "I'm being so racist.
Yeah,
you better have enough energy left or you won't last 5 minutes." And then she herself dies 4 minutes and 59 seconds after that exact first step happens. On that note, I guess we'll see you when Michael Madsen dies at the end.